Hey, imagine this. You're sitting at your desk, your favorite cup of coffee perfectly placed on the side, the steam gently rising, your deep focus playlist humming softly in the background, and for a moment, you actually feel like a productivity machine. You're knocking out tasks like a world-class CEO, checking boxes off your list, answering emails, writing reports, and somehow, you're still calm and in control. You feel unstoppable, light, like nothing could possibly hold you back, and for a few glorious minutes, you actually believe you're on top of your future. But then, you blink, and suddenly the illusion cracks. Reality hits like a brick. You're 3 hours deep into a YouTube rabbit hole watching baby goats in pajamas, laughing uncontrollably at their little antics. And no judgment. Those goats are adorable, but that report isn't going to write itself. That project deadline isn't going to meet itself, and that test you were supposed to study for isn't going to ace itself. Procrastination is sneaky. It's like quicksand. The more you struggle, the deeper you sink, and the worse you feel. You might tell yourself you're lazy, that you just don't care enough, but that's not the truth. Most of the time, procrastination has nothing to do with laziness and everything to do with the way your brain responds to tasks that feel too big, too far away, or just overwhelming. Psychologists call this the stuck in the middle effect. At first, a project feels exciting, fresh, and motivating, but after a while, the excitement fades, and the task begins to feel like a massive, insurmountable mountain looming over your head. Your brain starts obsessing over how much work is left instead of focusing on what's right in front of you, and suddenly, scrolling social media, watching videos, or doing anything that gives instant dopamine feels far more appealing. If you're ready to flip the switch and finally take control of your time, let me guide you through some practical, spy-level hacks to beat procrastination and actually get stuff done. The first trick is simple but powerful. Make it ridiculously easy to start. Big, scary tasks trigger your brain's natural resistance. So, shrink them until they feel harmless. One of my favorite techniques is the 2-minute rule. Tell yourself you'll work for just 2 minutes. That's it, 2 minutes. And when you start, something called the Zeigarnik effect kicks in. Your brain hates unfinished tasks, so once you've begun, momentum naturally carries you forward, often leading to hours of productive work without even realizing it. Low-pressure entries lead to big results. You can even trick yourself further by saying out loud, "I'm not studying, I'm just opening my book." Funny, simple, and surprisingly effective. Here's another tip. Use what I like to call dopamine decor. Your brain is obsessed with dopamine, the chemical that makes you feel good, so why not use that to your advantage? Pair work with things you enjoy. Only drink your favorite coffee while working, or light a particular scented candle that you reserve just for deep work sessions. Over time, your brain starts to associate the smell and taste with focus, motivation, and progress. It's a psychological hack that works silently, turning your environment into a productivity booster. And it doesn't stop there. Your senses can be even more powerful. Professional memory champions and even spies use sensory triggers to lock in information, and you can do the same. Smell, taste, sound, and touch all work. Chew cinnamon or mint gum while studying, and then use that same gum or scent later to trigger recall. Use white noise or binaural beats to block distractions. Study in slightly chaotic environments, like coffee shops, to train your brain to focus even when things are noisy or unpredictable. You're essentially teaching your brain to tune out the world when it counts most. Now let's talk about your workflow. Instead of staring at one project for hours on end, try interleaving your tasks. Work in 10-minute bursts on different topics. For example, spend 10 minutes on math, 10 minutes on history, then 10 minutes on science. This cross-training approach keeps your brain engaged, prevents boredom, and improves long-term retention. It's a powerful way to avoid the trap of mindless scrolling and wasted hours. And here's a clever trick. Leverage active procrastination. If you're hitting a wall with your main task, don't just stop. Do something else productive. Clean your desk, organize files, review flashcards, or make a small progress on a different project. Your brain hates idleness, and by redirecting your energy, you stay in motion without feeling overwhelmed by the big task. Even small wins can create a domino effect that propels you forward. Perfectionism is another major hurdle. We often get stuck because we're terrified of doing a bad job, but here's the truth. Done is better than perfect. Focus on progress, not perfection. Writing one sentence, Completing one small part of a project, or solving one math problem is already a victory. Each tiny step counts, and it all adds up. Pair this with planning ahead. Lay out your tasks the night before with clear, actionable steps. Don't just write, study math. Write, solve 10 algebra problems. Set up your materials so when you wake up, you can jump straight in like a productivity ninja. And don't forget to celebrate the small wins. Every time you check something off your list, you're giving your brain a dopamine hit. Celebrate it with a high five, a short break, or a tiny treat. Momentum becomes addictive when you reinforce it this way, making that giant, intimidating goal feel much more manageable. Your challenge right now is to pick just one of these hacks, the 2-minute rule, the cinnamon gum trick, or whatever resonates with you, and try it immediately. Not in 5 minutes, not after scrolling a little longer, but now.